Greetings, lover fear here. Choices, all about the choices here at the daily second part for Cancer through Sagittarius, Tuesday, October 20th. First half, Capricorn through Gemini was pretty rough between Tuesday, 10/20/2020. That's a lot of endings. Which opens things up for new beginnings. Plus, we have Mars and Mercury in retrograde. So we'll see how the second half goes. Virgo through Scorpio. You all may be getting hit pretty hard since Mercury is in your sign, passing through all your signs currently. So we shall see. Starting with Cancer for the dailies for Tuesday, October 20th. Overall energy. And there it is. Most recent relevant past. Present for Cancer. October 20th, 2020. Wow. Most likely future outcome, immediate future outcome, most likely immediate. Sideways. And most likely overall outcome for Cancer. Tuesday. This situation, most likely overall outcome for Tuesday the 20th. Cancer. Wow. All right, Cancers. Ooh, bottom of the deck. Double. All right. Clearly a new beginning. And new beginning, basically same thing. Whereas I have not done bottom of the deck for anyone else, Cancer. I feel like it may be relevant. With the devil being on the back of the card, so you may be either working through a bunch of ego-based issues. Mercury is a great time for that. Or you could be dealing with someone who is. King of Wands, Leo, somebody very connected within themselves. Somebody very compassionate, driven to make decisions. They're creative, they're forward moving. Whether this is you or someone else, we'll see. Ten of Pentacles. Stability. Family, work, finances, external stability, so feeling very stable in your environment. But we have the Knight of Cups as most likely immediate future outcome, sideways, which tells me that something is going on in here that could have this go either way. And then overall is a Magician, manifestation. So we've got all kinds of signs here. Not really even gonna get into that. Very high level cards, Cancer. Cancer, I feel like this may be, I feel like I'm getting two different messages here, two different groups. I have one where this is professional work, project related, and you've started something new. could be a new job that you feel very connected to it. And it's working out very well. It's being lucrative. This could be a project. This could be something entrepreneurial. I do feel like it is in some way a professional endeavor, a source of income. It does feel like you maybe started this on your own. Like this is a new endeavor. And I feel like there's a caution here to watch out for burnout, which, you know, burnout is when you invest too much in something and then you start to get emotionally detached from it. And the overall energy, the overall general outcome is that, you know, you've manifested all of this and are continuing to manifest this fulfillment in this situation. You know, you worked really hard to make this happen. You're continuing to work hard and you're continuing to succeed. Just be careful how much you put into it. You may end up over-investing. So even though it's being lucrative and whatnot, if you over-invest, especially emotionally, get overly attached to outcomes, you could kind of lose your mojo a little bit. Clearly you're going to get it back, but what happens in between could be a little dicey. The other group of Cancers is relating to some sort of relationship, and it's more perceptual. You've been looking forward to this new beginning, attempting to manifest something with someone, and there's still this hope, I guess, this recognition that this would lead to stability, that it would be a solid and firm partnership, and generate a lot of happiness, really. Even though Pentacles isn't necessarily about happiness, when you have stability, you know, a lot of times people feel like they're happy. But in this case, the King of Wands is turned away. This could be your person that you're trying to manifest with or trying to manifest. And this is kind of this is your desire. This is their attitude. Like, this isn't what I want. Or I'm not looking at it this way. I'm not seeing this work out. They may be engaging in their own beginning with something about some, you know, in some other way that does not include you necessarily. You might, you know, still have some kind of relationship, but Wands is a fire energy. So it's, you know, very passionate. You know, someone who is like well connected to themselves. And there's this, it may be a timing issue. This may be someone that you've had someone in your field for a while, since this is the most immediate past. And the perception, you're still holding on to this hope of a firm foundation, of something stable, consistent, reliable, trustworthy. And there's indecision whether or not to offer anything. I don't know if the indecision is on your part or their part or both parts, if it's purely energetic or if it is being expressed externally, but there is an indecision about this new beginning. I feel like it's on your person's part. Roles can be reversed. It could be on your part. But I don't think so, because the overall energy is Magician, wanting this to come into being, manifesting this, putting effort and energy and resources into it in some way, even if it's just energetic resources, thought resources, which is primarily how manifestation works, is desire. And it's an unknown what they're going to do. And if this is what is within Cancer, if there is this unknown, if you don't feel, if you cannot have it in mind that this already is, then this manifestation probably will not come into being. It'll go into the reverse, because that's your true energy. So if there's self-doubt or lack mentality or anything like that, this is what you'll be manifesting, rather than a movement into and an offer. So whichever way it goes, whether it is work for some or project or business that you're investing yourself and your resources into, there is a word of caution in either case. Keep that vibration high, keep it pure, and do not overinvest. Protect your energy. And ultimately, you have high-level cards. You have 2 court cards, a 10, and 2 major arcana. So there is divine intervention and guidance going on here. So your energy and what you put into this and how you put it in is where this decision will occur. So universe is listening. They hear what you want. They hear your desire. But your energy is what's going to manifest. So take a good look at that, Cancer. Make sure it's in the right place. I hope that helps for Tuesday. That's actually probably one of the best readings with the heaviness of the energy here lately. And with that, oh yeah, I forgot about the devil. Watch, here you go. Did not. Totally forgot. This may be what's interfering in that manifestation with that Knight of Cups coming forward. And this is all about ego, doubt, fear. That's why that Nine of Cups came out sideways. So you may have something to look at there. All right. I hope that helps clarify. So Cancers, watch the ego energy. You may be getting in your way. Leo. see what's going on for Leo's, the Lions. The Lions. All right, Leo's overall energy for Tuesday. Wow. Most immediate past relevant to this for Leo's. Wow, okay. Present energy for Leo's. Tuesday, October 20th. 10/20. Present energy for Leo. Looks like the immediate outcome for Leo. Okay. And overall outcome, likely outcome for Leo in this situation for Tuesday the 20th. Looks like the overall outcome. All right, Leo. Overall energy. There's a lot of transitions going on. Full sideways. So your energy is saying you don't know if you should take a chance or not. The Emperor. The Ace of Wands in reverse. Leo, I feel like, yeah, because here you are in your own energy right here. Queen of Wands. Feminine energy, feminine fire here. And then you have the Emperor with more fire energy, only it's very still stagnant, not moving forward. Patience. Divine timing, wait. And some kind of offering with the Fool sign. All right, Leo. Yeah, I kind of, Leo, again, another relationship. Leo, I feel like there was an opportunity for a new beginning with someone. And you're being kind of standoffish about it. And I don't know if it doesn't feel like an uncertainty. It feels like a recognition of not ready. So that your energy feels like yes, I want this new beginning, or I wanted this new beginning, but it's just not the right time. So I'm not going to jump into it. I'm going to wait. And that is repeated. So you have 3 major arcana in a row, or not in a row, but with you in the middle of divine timing. And it's like there's a recognition because you're looking right at temperance. With your back turned to this new beginning, which explains the wand in reverse. So there is a passion here. There is a desire here, but nobody's moving into it. And when it's the right time, there will be a very slow start. That right time will occur overall, but there is that understanding that right this moment isn't it. So it's not Tuesday. So the longer term outcome result is not here. This is the beginning of whatever comes next. But there is this holding, this waiting right now. And it's not a waiting. It's not a stagnant waiting. It's this is divinely timed. It's just not the right time yet. And it may be, so you have the Emperor here, but you're in this Queen of Wands energy. You're not in the Empress energy. So it may be that you recognize that there's some things for you to still do. And it may be that you are not in a place to offer or receive just yet everything that this connection, if this were Empress energy, would otherwise offer. So there's other stuff going on within this connection, which may very well be a divine connection, but you still have work to do. And your person, even though in the Emperor energy, may still have work to do. So they may have offered this beginning and you're like, no, not right now. It's not the right time. And it's not because you don't want it or desire it or whatever, because you do. But you're obviously very well connected, being the wands, you're very well connected with source and yourself and your inner knowing, your intuition, your passion, your desires. You know what you want. You also know what you need. And so you've rejected this. Not in a permanent context, not for good. You know, you're looking for and waiting the right way for the right time. And you will know what that is. That the energy is that you will know what that is. And I don't feel like you're going to leap in. I don't feel like you're going to rush it all. Between the Fool being sideways, the Temperance, and the Page of Pentacles, this is a very slow progression. This is a very slow growth. And very much feels like you have other things, both internally and externally, to focus on right now. So you've had to put this connection on hold. And for everyone's greatest good. Probably not the happiest thing to have to do, but you know, in the long run, it is going to serve everyone best. And with the major arcanas here, it is definitely, you are totally in tune. And you know, I feel like the energy that's coming through is that it's a very supported kind of position to be in. even though it's not an easy one, because, you know, we're human beings. We want what we want when we want it, right? But there's also the understanding that not everything gets done cooking at the same time. And eventually, I will do something to record in a way that there is not a monitor fan that buzzes over the video the entire time. All right, Virgo. Tuesday. You guys are coming out much lighter so far than the first group. But let's see what happens for the next 3. Hopefully Mercury is bringing in these next 3 some really good stuff for the Virgos, Libras, and Scorps. Mercury can do some interesting things in how it influences collectives and individuals. Can be very, very unique. Brings out a lot of inner truths. And it can be a challenge. And for some people, it can be very enlightening. So we'll see what the collective is for Virgo for Tuesday, October 20th, 2020. All right, Virgo's 27 good. Overall energy for Virgo. Oh, okay. Most immediate past for Virgo for Tuesday, October 20th. Context of this energy. Virgo, Tuesday, October 2020. Most immediate past. Present for Virgo. Present energy for Tuesday for Virgo. For October 2020. Present energy for Virgo 2020. Most likely immediate outcome for Virgo in this situation. Most likely immediate outcome for Tuesday. And overall outcome for this situation for Virgo, please. Overall outcome for Virgo, Tuesday 2020. Alright, Virgos. Page of Pentacles, we got that. Undecided. Thank you. Ooh. Okay. Those available. All right, Virgo. We'll come back to these if they seem relevant. All right, overall energy is waiting to begin in something. This isn't just a stagnant waiting. This is I've, taken these steps. I've done the planning. I've put in, the initial work. Now I'm waiting to see some results. I'm waiting to see, waiting for my ships to come in. You know, so I've done everything I can do right now. And so now it's just waiting to see what happens. Most immediate past, you or someone else, situation, person, there was a rejection of a divine offering, a lack of appreciation and recognition. Your present energy, wish fulfillment, destiny, fate is at work. Most likely, immediate outcome is undecided. It's an offering. Something could be a gift. It could be some form of stability. It could be pretty much anything. Overall energy. 3 of Swords. It could be heartbreak. It could be thoughts getting in the way of emotion. And it's sideways, so it's a which is a strange energy to be undecided in the overall outcome. And I do feel like this is a connection between the hearts, the cups, I mean, just all of it. It does. Basically, what I'm feeling like, Virgo, is that there is a feeling that someone in your field is a divine connection, is soulmate kind of energy, and you're still seeing them as your wish fulfillment, and you are waiting for them to come around. You're waiting for them to take this cup that you've offered, because you feel like this is something that's meant to be. This is something that's destiny. This is something that's has divine intervention, and it is your ultimate wish to have it come forward. Even though there's been rejection and there's been this waiting for them to come around and to accept, and there's a debate about whether or not to keep offering and what to offer next. And I feel like that's why this is sort of an unknown. Here's the thing. When you have your most likely immediate outcome, which is sideways. Both of these came out sideways, and I feel like they are connected, very connected. So this feels like an attachment to me. The energy that comes through is attachment, because the only major arcana here is in your present energy. Outcome isn't major. Overall energy isn't major. So I feel like this is belief, not necessarily what is. And it could be a karmic connection, you know, which would carry kind of a, you know, where you're intended to learn lessons, and then it's supposed to go from there, dissolve. And I feel like these two outcomes are very well connected. So if you make the offering, that will be the result. Because this rejection energy is going to show up again. This waiting and this hoping, expecting. This is expecting energy while you're waiting. And then the alternate, of course, to not make this offering, to not continue, is the opportunity in the beginning of healing. And I really feel like this offering needs to go to self. There's a lot of external focus here, which is what suggests that it may be, you know, if this is a divinely guided connection, it's a karmic one for your healing and lessons. And the focus is on this rejection and on this person. The focus is on this expectation that this is going to change because of this belief, rather than turning that energy inward towards the self. And I feel like if you do not make this offer to whoever or whatever this situation is, to that, and instead you make it to yourself, you're going to get a lot further with this energy here. So keep this for you. Do not offer it to them. And this is the energy that you are more likely to result in. Now keep in mind, this is not an overnight situation. You might make this decision Tuesday, but you may have to repeat this a few times before this result is actually determined. So I hope that helps, Virgo. If this is a karmic connection for lessons, then I would take it as that. Not that I'm here to tell anybody what their connection is or isn't. I'm just going by what's in the energy of the cards and the cards themselves. And again, the only major arcana is the Star card, and that sits with you in your energy. So wish fulfillment and is an inner energy. Doesn't necessarily mean it is what is intended, other than there's something else that may be intended that is not being seen, because there's so much focus on that waiting and that expecting and that rejection, rather than taking that inward. So for the collective that applies to, Virgo, I hope that helps. I hope you take that energy and turn it inward. This is a great time for it. Mercury, there may be some recognition of, you know, that feeling that this is fated in destiny. That fate and destiny may be something other than what it looks like. That fate and destiny might be about you, rather than about you and. So, you all know your own situations, your own stories. Listen to your intuition, of course. Listen to your guides or whatever it is that resonates with you. And always do what feels right for you. It is a matter of choice. If you will. So I hope that helps. All right, Libra, Tuesday, October 20th, 2020. Let's see what's going on for my Libras. Libras are, man, you guys have energy that is like a fixed sign in a lot of ways. And you guys get slammed hard. And one of the things that I find very interesting about Libra energy is all the power that Libras have. And yet, every reading so far, the majority of readings, Libras are so outwardly focused, that air energy, the swords in the head, that the tapping into that internal power and that connection with the divine, with the emotion, with the intuition, seems to be a real big barrier. Let me learn how to English here. So Libras that are really having a hard time, really struggling. Start looking at your connection with yourself, with your intuition, with your emotional body. Maybe do a little homework, individual homework on how to more deeply connect with the self. I'm sure not every Libra, but the collective that gets pulled frequently is one that is deeply disconnected. Not by intention, I don't feel like, but it's like the head just really rules for Libras and overrides. Because you guys get some heavy stuff. Pretty consistently. I like to see a really, really happy light reading for Libra. So, bring it on, Libras. Show me some happy energy, some fulfilling energy, some really high vibe. I want to see some for you guys. But let's see what's actually going on, shall we, for this collective. Libra, overall energy for Tuesday, October 20th. Overall energy for Libra, October 20th. Most immediate past related to this for October 20th for Libra. Most immediate relevant past relevant to this energy for Libra. Present energy for Libra. Most likely outcome for Libra for this situation. Most likely immediate outcome for Libra in this situation. No. I'll set that aside. I'm not. Most likely immediate outcome. That may be for, there may be more than one message here. Most likely overall, most likely immediate outcome for this situation. Oh, Libras. And most likely overall outcome. Give me something good for the overall, guys. All right. This is a lot of what we see. Ace of Cups in reverse. That is that, very much that emotional disconnect. Not filling your cup first. And you have to connect with the self to be able to do that. With the emotional body. So, and overall, Well, Libra, obviously some kind of partnership, agreement, pact, could be marriage, could be job, could be friendship, could be anything, is not working out. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I think you think it's bad luck, like you are cursed. I think maybe there's been just a string of things that are perceived as being negative. And so you feel like, you know, damn it, why do I get all this shit luck? You know? The Knight of Swords, present energy is you are not wanting to move. I feel like there's a fear to move because of this. And I do feel like it's in your head. Like your thoughts, your beliefs about these types of situations, again, that head energy is keeping you stuck there. And this is leading to a tower moment, a tower event, a tower situation. And so there could be a group where this is work related, where it is a general overall life situation. There is a group where it is relationship. And this for Libra in this reading, this does have dual meaning. This is the disconnect of the balance within, the emotional balance within. It's also a disconnect, which then influences and impacts disconnect in love. Because of that within, it's this right here is what causes this. If you don't have this full, what are you putting into this? Whether you're masculine or feminine, this is a sharing. And if there's nothing in yours, if yours is not handled, if yours is not taken care of, what are you sharing? What are you offering? Because this needs to be balanced. You know, it can't just be one-sided, one person giving. We know those don't work. Imbalanced connections don't work. And so if this is what's going on, then of course it's going to lead to this. So, and that's most immediate outcome. Tower. Tower within, tower externally. Again, could be overall. And this tower, this is why you're not moving. I think you see it coming. I think you've gone through this cycle so many times. That's why there's this perception that you just got shit luck. And it's not luck. This is what's being created as a result of this. This is the most important, valuable, critical card in this entire deck. This right here determines everything else in our lives. This is all about ourselves, giving ourselves love, connecting with ourselves, because that's where our intuition is. That's where our guidance comes from. That's where our awareness comes from. It's not just emotion. When I say the emotional body, I mean the essence, the core essence of our energy. Divine love, which is not emotional love. It's a different thing. And this is that connection with the self, the connection, and when we become connected with the higher self, what we might call divine love within, but it's not an emotion. We've removed blocks, we've removed barriers that get in our way. And that connection within the self is also our connection with the divine. That's our direct line to the higher power. And it's the human, the external, that gets in the way. The mind, the psyche, the psychology, the fears, the doubts, the insecurities, this, I have shit luck. No, this is this, it's this. And it's this. So we have masculine, feminine energy within. This is about balance, yin, yang, light, dark. Can't have one without the other. This has to occur within. First, we have to do this. Find our worth and our value within to get into balance. And then we have what is needed to create this and this, which is this partnership, this dedication, this commitment to contract. It doesn't matter if it's work, if it's relationship, if it's a marriage, if it doesn't matter. This is an agreement, a partnership, a collaboration with someone or something outside of us. But if we can't get to that partnership and agreement within us, then that's what's going to show up externally. Got to turn this around, Libra. Got to get in connection with the self. This isn't what's driving things. You are. And I know it sucks to hear that. But that's what is. I'm going to do those ego-based videos because I think there is a lot of lack of clarity of what that is. So of course this leads to a tower moment, which you can use this opening, you can use this opportunity, you can use this destruction to really start delving into yourself and releasing some of the blocks. And so of course in this situation someone's going to feel left out in the cold, abandoned, rejected, and probably in a relationship context, it'll be both of you. In any other context, if it's work, school, whatever, and this rejection occurs, it's going to be you, Libra. Obviously, because a larger organization isn't going to feel abandoned or rejected. So this is where things are right now, Libra. I don't see a lot of opportunity to turn it around. And with these two major arcanas right here, this is going to happen if it's not already started. And Mercury is in your zodiac. This is a powerful opportunity to work within the self. You have a choice, always. It's one of the reasons these readings, I feel, are valuable, because it allows a little insight into not only what is going on that you may not see or recognize and sometimes don't want to see, but then it gives you the power, the only real power any of us actually have, and the most valuable power that we have, which is the power of choice. We can't really control anything besides that. But that is the most, that's how we manifest. It's how we create and build our own reality, is through choice. That is our ultimate control, is choice. And if you are fluid and flowing with the divine and with the self, that's where manifestation, that's where fulfillment, that is where peace and happiness and joy becomes. So I hope that helps some of you Libras. It's going to be a rough ride for you guys, I feel like, with Mercury being in the placement that it is. And after this rotation, you know, maybe enough shadow will have been done for you guys to really move into some lighter energy. Alright, on to Scorpio. Scorpio is another one that's going to get hit because Mercury ends in Scorpio, and Scorps, like Cancers, can be very, very sensitive. The downside, Scorps, you know, do have that tendency to keep things within, pretty closed. So Scorpios, if you are having a rough time, you are definitely a group that I would highly recommend finding somebody trusted to talk with, because this energy could end up, if you try and hold it within, it could end up overwhelming. Keeping how you feel trapped and contained within you, it's not a healthy option. And this, the heaviness of this particular retrograde, if you are being smacked with that, talk to someone, whether it's a friend, a family member, a professional therapist, counselor, teacher, it doesn't matter. Just find the space to allow some of that to release, you know, for your own health and well-being. But we'll see what's going on with the collective that shows up for Tuesday the 20th for Scorpio. I do feel like there is a group of Scorpio, I don't know if that's what the cards are going to show up, that are going to be in that very heavy energy. Please don't try and handle that on your own, at least for now. Just take care of yourselves, engage in self-care, be gentle with yourselves. Libras too. That shadow work can get hard. Alright, Scorps, but let's see what actually shows up for you, and see if there's anything we can do to offer some guidance to help move through, if that is what shows up. Alright, Scorpio. Scorpio, overall energy for Tuesday, October 20th. Scorpio, October 20th. I've really got to do those videos. Scorpio, October 20th, overall energy. Alrighty, again. Scorpios, you get that Six of Pentacles a lot too. Most recent, okay. And present energy for Scorpio. And most likely outcome for Scorpio. Most likely immediate outcome in this situation for Scorpio. And overall likely outcome for Scorpio. Victory there. Alright, Scorps. Overall energy. It's interesting, one's upright, one's reversed, and they're both sideways. Oh, I want to clarify. I'm not going to. Because it's movement, but it's movement into or away from, you know, could be Cancer. I try not to always read Chariot as Cancer, Chariot, and Moon, which can also be Pisces. There's certain cards that I know represent Cancer or Leo, and I try not to see them always in that context. A little bit of reader's bias there. Ace of Pentacles. Justice card. There's like I feel like there's multiple things going on here. Okay, the overall energy that I'm feeling here, Scorpio, is that you want to move into, there's a desire here to move into something that you are very passionately connected to. You're wanting to start over. You're wanting to have a beginning. You're wanting to move towards something. It could be a job, it could be a person, it could be, I am kind of feeling like, especially with this reconciliation, I am feeling like it's a person. Doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be work, but there is an imbalance here that is recognized. And the only reason you're not moving, that your energy is, and I'm not even going to say you're not moving because you've got the Chariot here, is this imbalance. It's like there's a recognition that balance is not there, that equal give and take is not there. So it may be that, you know, this was there and you just put it on hold. It may be that you want to start something new. This is usually a new beginning. It could also be a restart of something or a desire to, but it's sideways. It's not yet going because of this imbalance and how to resolve that. So there's passion there, but there's no stability. there's desire, but there's no stability, or it's unequal. And yet we have a rapid moving in the past. So it may be that, you know, this is a previous connection. And there was a very rapid beginning to it. And it stalled because of the reciprocation wasn't equal. You know, like one gave more than the other in investment, in passion, in desire, in drive, in movement. And the other did not move as much, was not as passionate, was not as intense, was not as stable and consistent. And that's what it feels like, an inconsistent, unequal start and stop. This may be something that has started and stopped, and there is this passion, this desire, but this imbalance keeps it kind of, well, it keeps it unstable. It's not a flowing energy. It's a very jagged, like beginner driver in a stick on a hill, kind of. Kind of what I get out of it. And it may be that, you know, each time this could legitimately be a Cancer that you're dealing with. And that there was, so each time this, most recently, there's always this rapid leap into, and then there's this stop, and then a rapid leap into, and then I feel like this is a cycle. I really do, a repeat over and over, kind of an in and out. And I don't know if it's you that's in and out, or if it's the other person or situation that's in and out. Considering this is your energy, my suspicion, Scorpio, the feeling I get is that you are in and out. And when it's in, it's in fast. Actually, I think the in and out is both are fast. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, the movement is very, very fast, but it's not consistent. It's not stable. Present energy. Justice reversed. And Ace of Pentacles. One of the reasons I'm not assuming this is actually Cancer, necessarily it might be, is, you know, this could be an earth energy. Justice is Libra. You could have either in your chart. You could be a cusper. This is a repeat. This is a repeat of your energy and recognition of it, of that imbalance. Just as unfair. You know, the opportunity for stability is there, but it's not, and there's the opportunity for a new beginning is there, but there's this energy, and there's a recognition that it's still, not everything is being given to it. Not all is being given to whatever it is this stop and start is. Because justice is about imbalance. It's about unfairness, feeling something is unfair, unjust, unequal. And I don't know if it's that you feel like you recognize that you are being unfair and unequal, or if it's that you feel like the situation is, or if you feel like what the other person is offering is unfair and unequal. I can't necessarily tell if this is your energy coming from you or if this is your energy in response to. But with this here, I have, yeah, it's hard to tell. It may be mutual. It may be mirrored. And what's funny is you've got 2 aces and 2 major arcanas. And then in the most immediate future, reconciliation, which just validates that this is a stop and start. So this is the most likely immediate outcome. Reconciliation with them. There's a lot of signs in here. You could be, maybe this is 3 of Cups could also be third party. So maybe that's a reason for this stop and start. Maybe that's a reason for this imbalance. Maybe that's a reason for this rapid in and out. It could be that, this in and out is your rapid cycling, reconciling, or that there is a rapid cycle, reconcile and moving away. Reconcile, move away. This in and out, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but it's very sudden, I feel like. I do. I feel like this is a pattern. Usually a 6 of Wands is a victory card. Coming back from having won a battle. I feel like this may be moving towards ending this pattern, because this 6 of Wands is moving away. Moving away from this whole cycle. There may be plans to move away, maybe that there's been an attempt to move away, and this keeps going anyway. And what's interesting is you've got a lot of power cards here. 2 major arcanas, 2 aces, 3 of Cups, which is about, again, reconciliation, stability and balance in emotion. It's about, it can be third party. Scorpio, it may be that whoever you're dealing with is in a 3-party situation. It could be you that's in a 3-party situation. I almost get the feeling like you kind of want to stay in this situation. That's why it keeps cycling. It's obviously not a lack of awareness. I kind of feel like there's a desire to hold this connection. But somebody may be walking away from it. I'm not sure if it's you or if it's this person or persons. I feel like somebody's moving away from it. You know, which is interesting with this reconciliation third party. If somebody's moving away from it, chances are this could be two things simultaneously. That there is a reconciliation between you or your person and this third party, meaning like, let's say your person is you, or let's say you are the third party, Scorpio. And in walking away, your person is reconciling with the partner that they're actually with, rather than this in and out. And therefore you are ending this cycle by walking away. So this could be a reconciliation between the person that they're in a connection with actively, who they're committed to, and it is because there is a third party situation that you are walking away. Roles can be reversed. I cannot tell if it is you or this other person that's in the third party situation. That's what I feel. I feel like this is a dual energy. Both a walking away because of and a reconciliation of an existing partnership. And you're leaving that, well, somebody is no longer going to be a part of this mix. And therefore it just leaves the two, which would be the reconciliation. Yeah, that's pretty much what I feel like. It's Chariot. Even though it's like it is a literal movement, traveling. I really think it kind of speaks to this energy. This, you know, this is rapid movement. He doesn't look like he's moving very quickly. But this energy of this rapid cycling, kind of in and out, just ultimately leads to this time to go. So I hope that helps, and forgive the interruption. That would be an adolescence. So Scorpio, I'm not sure exactly if it's you or this other person that is walking away, moving away from this situation. It feels like something in play currently, and I feel like between the Justice reversed, the Ace of Wands reversed, I mean, I feel like you get it. Like you know what is going on. You're well aware of what this situation is. There's no, why is this happening kind of thing. Like you know. Now who's doing what exactly, I'm not sure. The energy of yours is pretty much that awareness that I know this is unfair and imbalanced, and but that passion is there, and that's what I feel like has kept the whole thing moving, is that passion. But it's just not level. It's just not fair. It's just not equal. And it's just kind of, which one do I want to really pay attention to? Do I want to pay attention to the imbalance, or do I want to pay attention to, that passion, that fire, that desire? And the downside is I didn't pick up a lot of, there's the Three of Cups. I didn't pick up a lot of love energy, Scorpio. Passion, desire, but not anything sustainable, really. That Ace of Pentacles is there, which would imply stability, but there was so much instability and imbalance, and it doesn't look like this situation is, and that could speak to the situation as a whole. The whole situation is unstable. So you or someone else is moving away to break this cycle. And I think you realize that despite the passion, the attachment, whatever this connection is, I don't feel like it's anybody's angry at anybody or anything like that. It isn't sustainable. And there's recognition of that on both sides. So I hope that helps. It's not an intense energy. It's just, this is what is. And I do feel like there's kind of an acceptance of that. And, I didn't see a lot of heartbreak or anything like that. It's a very grounded and mental. And, Scorpio, this actually goes back to what I was saying at the beginning. If there is, because Scorpios can be so, keep things to themselves, keep those emotions locked up pretty tight within. They're very guarded in who they share with. There could be more emotion in play that's not showing up because it's being too deeply buried or not looked at or whatever. If that is the case, Scorpio, spend some time with that. Otherwise, it's going to end up being a block. So make sure you are checking your emotional body. Because if this has been going on for a while, as it feels like it has, whether it's been a few weeks, a few months, a few years, affair kind of thing, maybe there's more attachment there on your part, their part, whoever's part, maybe not. It could just have been, this is what is for now. But with those aces there, with the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Justice card, the Chariot, those energies are present. That means that for one or both of you, there is that desire for passion and stability and a whole and even and balanced connection. So, there may be more under the surface than what's showing up in the reading. And it could be you, it could be them, like I said, that has those aces energy. You know your situation. For those that this may resonate for. But unfortunately, potential doesn't always become reality. All right, Sagittarius. Tuesday, 20th, overall energy for Sagittarius. Most immediate past related to this for Tuesday for Sagittarius, October 20th. And present energy for Sagittarius for Tuesday the 20th. Most likely immediate outcome for Tuesday. Most immediate likely outcome for this situation for... Whoa. I'm not taking the Chariot because I feel like that was not intended. And most likely overall outcome for Sagittarius. And there's the same energy anyway. Ooh. Alrighty. Alright, Cancer I think is the only one that I actually utilized. No, Cancer and Libra. And Sagittarius, I have a feeling this Five of Wands is going to be relevant. This conflict, this battle. Because we have a movement card that deals with emotion in the most recent past, this waiting for results, and the results seem to be a sense of betrayal with another rapid moving. And so I put the Chariot back and we still get a rapid moving sideways. With this indecision about whether to stay where you're at or to move forward. And I feel like that is exactly what is going on. And I do feel like this is a fear energy, Sagittarius. You may have previously offered to someone in the most recent past, given an offer of love, an offer of commitment, an offer of relationship, or at least suggested, began to move into that sort of thing, started to take those first steps, because that's the Two of Wands, are those first steps, that initiation of the next step. And present energy is waiting for the results, and the most immediate outcome, likely outcome, is a sense of betrayal. And I feel like there is a consideration of trying again to do this. And you're in this waiting for outcomes. I don't know that this is you are waiting for outcomes from this situation. Because you're undecided on how to move. And it shows up both in your overall energy and in the final outcome. And this is the most likely immediate outcome for you, Sagittarius, in this situation. You may be getting ready to miss an opportunity. Because there is fear here. This indecision. This uncertainty of whether or not to move. So you've got this kind of waiting, not necessarily stagnant waiting, but do I take the leap of faith? Do I take the chance, or do I stay right where I am? And here you're still in this waiting. And I don't know how far past this could be the same situation. This could be something new. And you're sort of just waiting to see what happens with it. However, without this movement, I mean, you have all kinds of still. You've got still, you've got still, you've got still, and then you have this offering, and then you have this Ten of Swords. So by not taking the risk, by not taking the chance, could you end up in this situation no matter what you do? Absolutely. But I feel like this is more of a self-betrayal because there is something that is desired. There is something that is meaningful enough to you that you are afraid to actually go after it. You are afraid of ending up in this situation. And this is like a self-sabotage energy, Sagittarius. So I also feel like this is very much about self-trust. Because the Knight of Cups isn't necessarily slow, not super fast, doesn't necessarily rush in, but you've got a rushing opportunity with no movement. An undecided movement. You don't know if you're gonna stay where you are. I mean, it's a beginning and end. You know, so the most immediate outcome without movement is this pain, this stress, this anxiety, this, and I feel like this is a self-betrayal. I feel like this is something that by not making a decision, this happens regardless. Now, will the outcome change if you move? Don't know. Because this is the energy that you are in right now. Change this energy, this outcome might change with it. But this energy right now, all this fear, all this not moving, all this indecision, all this pausing to try and figure out, do I take the chance? It's not working in your favor. Now, whether you decide to go a different direction, do something else, but make a decision and move into it, flow with it. Because right now you're just, I think you're waiting for it to come to you. And yeah, I do. I feel like you're waiting for it to come to you. And when it doesn't, this is how you're going to feel. That's it. You are waiting for this to come to you. And it maybe there have been some indication, some implication in the past that hinted at, but you're not moving. You're just, you're hanging out. You gotta come to me. No, because that energy is going to end up here. And then you're going to feel like you're the one that got betrayed because they didn't come towards you fast enough. And this is your energy, not theirs. This is your fear blocking. So it's not going to be this other person or situation, and I do say person because of the cups, but it doesn't have to be. You could be emotionally invested in something that you're waiting to come into your lap, to fall into your lap. And it's not going to. You got to be willing to take the chance or do something else. I mean, you can stay in this energy. But there's your result. And with that, you're still frozen in indecision because now it's like, well, if I feel betrayed, now what? Now what do I want to do? Am I going to go back to this waiting energy Am I going to choose not to take a chance and continue to stay stuck? Or am I going to take a leap of faith? Or am I going to go in a different direction? So this is a whole lot of unknown once this happens. So there needs to be some recognition, Sagittarius, that this is a situation you are creating. Waiting for someone else to come to you is an imbalance. You have to know what you want. You have to be willing to move into it and flow with it and take that chance. Or do something else if it doesn't feel right. So it's up to you. Always choice, always free will. And I hope that helps. I hope that helps you guys get out of this stuck energy so that way you can avoid this Ten of Swords outcome. And, you know, it doesn't have to be this situation. You can go in a different direction and do something else. If you're that uncertain, maybe this is not the situation that's for you. So just another way to look at it. Maybe you'll be in a much more creatively empowered space to do something else. So, with that concludes Tuesday's dailies, Cancer through Sagittarius. I hope this helps everyone move forward into a healthier, happier, more abundant life. We'll see you next time. Take care.